Hey everyone, today we are creating a Vivado project from scratch, generating a bitstream and programming an FPGA board. But before we start, grab these files from the link in the video description. I'm using a Basys 3 board, so I've included Basys 3 constraints file. If you're on a different board, download the one that matches yours. Open Vivado and click on Create Project from this Quick Start panel, and then hit Next. Give your project a good name. I'm going to name mine Passthrough and select a destination folder for it. You can click on these three dots to browse your computer and select an appropriate folder. Make sure you check this create a subdirectory for your project because Vivado generates a lot of files and this keeps them all in one tidy folder instead of scattered across your desktop. Click Next. We are doing an RTL project, so select that and continue. Now our source files. Click on Add Files. Add the passthrough.v file you just downloaded and click Next. Then the constraints. Click Add Files, select Basys 3 constraints.xdc and hit Next. This is the main part. Go to the Boards tab on top over here and you'll see every board Vivado knows about. I'll search for Basys because I'm using the Basys 3 board and I'll select this board. If you don't see your board over here, you can hit refresh and Vivado will pull down the latest board files. You can also go to the parts route instead. You can click on this parts tab over here, and if you look closely at your chip, there's a part number printed right on it. Find that number in the parts list and select it. Vivado now shows you a project summary. Everything looks good, right? So click Finish. It takes some time to create the project based on the source files, based on how big it is, and so on. Now here are all our design sources. This is our Verilog file, and if you expand this constraints folder, you'll see our constraints file. Double click on it to open it. This is our Verilog. We are using switches 0 through 3 and LEDs 0, 1, 2, 3. All we are doing is just connecting our LEDs to switches. Not exactly a CPU, but everyone starts somewhere, right? Now open the constraints file. This is where we connect the names in our code to the actual physical pins on the FPGA. The file lists every component on the board, but we only need SW0 through 3 and LED 0 through 3. So delete this hash at the beginning of those specific lines, lines 12, 13, 14, and 15 if you're using this board and this specific file, and lines 31, 32, 33, and 34 for the LEDs. Now, if you look at the file name on top, you see a small star right next to it. That means this file is still not saved. So click on this icon or press Ctrl S to save your file, and once it's saved, the star disappears. Now that we have created the project, edited the file to our needs and everything, click on this Generate Bitstream. Vivado will give us a small warning saying that synthesis and implementation haven't run yet. So click yes, and it is going to run your synthesis and implementation. We'll go over what this constraints file is, synthesis, implementation, more in detail about Verilog programming in the future videos. So keep following. Pick how many CPUs you want. I have 24 CPU threads, so I'm going to use all of them. And hit OK. You can watch its progress in the project summary tab. Depending on how powerful your computer is, and how big the project is, it is going to take some time to finish all the synthesis, implementation, routing, and finally generating a bitstream. When it finishes, click on View Reports and hit OK. Now connect your FPGA to the computer and turn it on, and click this Open Hardware Manager. Up top you'll see an open target. Click on it and select Auto Connect. Now Vivado will find your board. Now click Program Device. In the pop-up, we select our bitstream file. Vivado usually fills this in from the current project automatically, but double check the path points to the current project we just created. Once everything looks good, hit Program. And that's it. Flip the switches 0 through 3 and matching LEDs light up. Flip any other switches and nothing. We never told them what to do, so they're just sitting there. That's how we create a project in Vivado and program your FPGA. In the next videos, we'll dig into the Verilog file and the constraints file in details. See you all next time. Bye bye.